I'll let you know right now, B. Millie, Brandon Miller, he's about to go completely silly in the summer league. It's about to go down. You better buckle up. I'm gonna let you know everything you need to know leading up into this epic encounter. You know, the Charlotte Hornets is back. Charlotte Hornets basketball, they are definitely embarking on a new journey with new coach Charles Lee, who will be coaching Brandon Miller for the first time in the summer league. We got some familiar faces. I'm going to break down the whole entire roster. I think this roster is very intriguing. We all know Brandon Miller will be headlining. A lot of people thought that Miller probably wasn't going to play in the summer league, thinking that maybe he electrified so well in his rookie year. What was the reason to bring Brandon Miller back for a second year in the summer league? He didn't. All he did was average 17 points per game, shooting 44% from the field and 37% from three. I'm telling you right now, clearly this guy's a 20 plus point per game scorer. It's only a matter of time before he gets all of the things ironed out. You got to understand, Charles Lee just came off of coaching. We all know Tatum and Brown and the likes like that. So now him able to come coach a guy like Miller, I think he could take his game to another level to where we believe it needs to be. Miller, we all know he embodies his game after Paul George. Paul George is a little closer to him now being up there in Philly. So it's going to be very intriguing if he could get to that, PG kind of caliber, which everybody believes that he's going to get there. The Charlotte Hornets roster for the summer league has some familiar faces in Bryce McGowan, so we're going to be keeping eyes on him. Leaky Black as well. I'm going to run down the list of the names. Obviously, Brandon Miller. You have Matt Morgan, Drew Pember, Charles Pride. We got Saloon, the rookie. We got Xavier Simpson, KJ Simpson Jr. We got Brandon Slater. And also we have Nick Smith Jr. We're gonna be keeping our eyes on Nick Smith. So I'm intrigued to see how, you know, the new coaching staff puts their fingerprints on the Charlotte Hornets organization. I love how Charles Lee is starting from the ground up. Charles Lee just won a championship with the Celtics. He could have easily just sent his staff, to run this whole summer league and say, hey, man, this is beneath me. What am I doing out here? But no, Charles Lee is getting in there he's got a young team. I think this is what it takes. You got to build with these guys from the ground up. You can't just see these guys in training camp. I guarantee you what Charles is doing right now is going to bode well when the season arrives. I'm not sure how many games Miller's going to play. I want to get into last year. His summer league was not really the the best touted. A lot of people criticized him. It was very critical, last year involving Brandon Miller. I think that he got off to a slow start, in the summer league. He didn't, it was tough. He missed shots, I don't know if it was the pressure or what, the change of pace, or he didn't hit the ground rolling, but he started coming alive towards the end and then they pulled him, so I don't expect Brandon Miller to be pulled in this upcoming summer league, especially not for, you know, any crazy reasons. I expected, him to come out and I'm predicting 40 something points, first game. I know they're going up against the Spurs. You got your new coach with you. I think that Miller, a lot of people are going to be coming to see Brandon Miller. You understand? I'm telling you, he's going to put on one heck of a show, and you don't want to miss 1 second of the coverage, and we will be live. So it's going to be very important for you to hit the subscribe button so you do not miss 1 second of coverage. The Summer League does kick off against the San Antonio Spurs. So it's going to be intriguing, because, you know, going up, against San Antonio, like I said, it's two different summer leagues, but um, obviously you got the California Classic, and then obviously you have, what goes on up in Vegas. But like I said, this Saturday on the 6th at 8:30, It's going to be a movie. You understand, against the San Antonio Spurs. So you don't want to miss 1 second of that. And then they're going up against Team China. You know, what is that? Right after the next day, that's Sunday. So these are gonna be some really really big games. So nobody gonna want to miss it. Let me know who else on the summer league roster. Are you intrigued to see? I want to see how he fits in with the new rookie, Tjin. Salone. It's going to be very intriguing. KJ Simpson. I heard that he's supposed to miss the whole entire summer league. Due to, I believe it was a hamstring injury. So that really sucks. you know, Charles Lee has been preaching this whole togetherness, and I'm expecting all the Hornets to be out there in attendance, for that game. And I think that's gonna make all of these guys turn it up. They're just gonna be ready and they're gonna come out, ready to ball. It's a big year. You gotta start from the ground up. And it doesn't get no more base level than the summer league. And when you got Miller, he's gonna play a focal point in the regular season. So we need Melo. Melo is the key to all of this. At the end of the day, his health, because he's gonna make all of this work. He's gonna make Charles's job easier. He's gonna make Miller's job. He's gonna elevate all of these players that deserves elevation. Nick Smith, he showed some promise. He showed that he wants to be in the NBA, unlike some of the other players that they drafted, in the past. They even had to cut a couple guys. We got some people that's out the league that was behind these Charlotte Hornets. There's a couple more players that could be out the league as the Hornets continue their cleanup spree of what they're doing. I love what's going on with Charlotte, how they're basically, just weeding out all of the people that's not worth, just any real attention, in my humble opinion. Unfortunately, this is what you have to do when you're dealing with the Charlotte Hornets, because they have went years in. I believe they're the longest team who has missed the postseason, so they're in a serious drought that has to be ended. And it's going to take some changes and some real serious play to get the Charlotte Hornets, back to where they want to be, and that's a perennial playoff threat. And it's going to take Miller this upcoming summer league. This is going to, be a major key to accomplishing that. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's get in the comment section. I know everybody's excited. It's Flight Sports TV. We got summer league action coming your way. Start with the California Classic that we had at the Vegas. What do you expect from B. Millie?